Hi, my name is Christy Hammond, and I'm a senior at the University of Michigan, Go Blue, where I'm double majoring in communication studies and sport management. In 8th grade, I had my first knee injury of many, and I was just sprinting down the basketball court and my knee buckled, and I partially tore my ACL and I tore some cartilage. 2 years later at basketball tryouts, I completely tore it, and I was finally old enough to have an ACL reconstruction, so I did. Due to mitigating circumstances, I kept having my knee buckle, and I kept tearing more cartilage, and my surgeon tried to repair it, but that would fail, so he had to keep removing bits of cartilage in my knee. And pretty soon I didn't have any cartilage left, so I'm currently bone on bone. But because my knee kept buckling, they had to have my ACL redone, and because my knee was so weak and unstable, they couldn't use any of my own tissue. So I had someone else's patellar tendon placed in as my new ACL back in May 2006. And since then, my knee has only buckled a couple times. Before my surgery in May 2006, when I had the tissue transplant to replace my old patellar tendon, I was in a ton of pain. I couldn't walk, couldn't stand without severe pain. I used crutches a lot of the time. It made it really hard to hang out with friends because I was just in an enormous amount of pain. I had a hard time focusing in classes. If I got stuck in a chair where my knee was too tight, like I couldn't have it stretched out, I couldn't even really pay attention. There were some nights where I would try to do homework, but I was just in too much pain that I couldn't focus. A lot of times I would just go back to school the next day and be like, I just wasn't able to do my homework. So I saw my grades decrease a little. It definitely impacted my social life. I couldn't play sports. It was really hard to even work out and do like leg exercises. It was just a really, really hard time. And then my surgeon finally agreed that he was going to redo my ACL even though it wasn't torn. Within 5 months after I'd gone through all the physical therapy program, I felt a ton of relief. I still had a little pain because of the pre-arthritic changes, but my knee wasn't buckling, I wasn't having these kind of flare-ups. I actually was able to get an internship with a minor league hockey team, and so I was working. I was able to focus better in classes. It was my sophomore year here at Michigan, so I was able to enjoy Michigan football games. My freshman year, I had to take a cab to and from games, and I wasn't allowed to have anyone else come in the cab. I really missed out on bonding with friends and enjoying the walk to Michigan Stadium. So now I was able to actually do that and enjoy being with friends. So it really did help both socially, with school. I'm not allowed to run still, but I have seen improvement in more of the basic qualities of life, which has been absolutely amazing. I got involved in high school when I learned that I was likely going to need a tissue transplant in the near future. I heard about Gift of Life, so I contacted them and started doing a little table at my high school. And then I graduated and went to the University of Michigan. And I had gotten an email one day saying that the National Organization Students for Organ Donation were looking to create a Michigan chapter. So 12 students, including myself, started SOD here at the Michigan campus, and the rest is history. I think it's really important to sign up on the donor registry, which is statewide, just because of the benefits that it brings not only your local community, but people from across the state. When I learned that one single organ and tissue donor could save up to 8 lives and improve the quality of life of up to 50 people, that's a fabulous amount of people that you could actually impact and touch when you don't need those organs and tissues after I pass away. So I thought of it personally as an opportunity to sign up, kind of like a legacy that you're leaving behind. It was the one last kind act that I could do with my life and really touch people. Because of getting involved with Gift of Life and Students for Organ Donation, I've been able to see the impact that organ donation has on people's lives and to hear their stories from before they actually got their transplant, and to know that an organ or tissue transplant can just improve their quality of life and give that life and energy back to them is just so encouraging. And registering on the statewide registry is so important because a lot of people will just sign, the back of their license. But the best way to be 100% sure that your organs will be taken and given to someone else after you pass away is on this computer database. The hospitals are required to check it if something should happen to you, and it basically acts as like a legal statement saying that you want to do this and no one can really fight that. And it's just really encouraging to me to know that no matter what, I will be able to give this last gift once I pass away and help people in need. I would like to thank all the both the donor patients and their families for this amazing gift. I know it's helped me tremendously and it's improved my quality of life. I have less pain, and I can only imagine how thankful people are who needed an organ transplant to actually save their lives. And it's just such an amazing gift, and we could never thank you enough for the gift that you made and your son, daughter, wife, husband, friend, or some other relative made to us, and just thank you so much. I would just like to encourage all the Wolverine fans or anyone living in the state of Michigan to go ahead and register. It's for an absolutely amazing cause. OSU has beat us quite handily, unfortunately, and I would love nothing more than in my senior year for us to finally beat the Buckeyes. It's a great cause, as I mentioned before, and you really can't go wrong. So go blue, beat the Buckeyes.